If you told me this is where I'd be today, I would look at you like you were crazy, based on my luck and lack of love in the past. I was living life in an empty haze. Then you came around, turned my world upside down, and you stayed around and never let me down. And I'm confident to say this one's gonna be right. This one's gonna be great. It's gonna be all I ever wanted. This one's gonna be pure, and this time I am sure that you are all I need by my side. Thanks to you, I am the luckiest man alive. If you told me I could love this openly, I would look at you with walls in front of me, but you break them down and build me up. You being you, baby, is just enough. You came around, turned my world upside down, and you stayed around and never let me down. And I'm confident to say that this one's gonna be right. This one's gonna be great. It's gonna be all I ever wanted. This one's gonna be pure, and this time I am sure that you are all I need by my side. Thanks to you, I am the luckiest man alive. You came around, turned my world upside down, and you'll stay around and never let me down. This one's gonna be right. This one's gonna be great. It's gonna be all I ever wanted. This one's gonna be pure. This time I am sure that you are all I need by my side. Thanks to you, I am the luckiest man alive.
Jason Turek, everyone.
Thank you.
Ready to come chat?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, welcome everybody. Music with Purpose. This is our first inaugural episode. I'm really excited to be here and excited to have you here, Jason. First, I have to explain that in the opening, you guys saw a very beautiful blonde named Lisa Gonzalez as the host, and it's me sitting here tonight as the host. Apparently, the universe thought I needed to sit here once. So I am here. I am your host tonight of Music with Purpose. My name is also Lisa. I am the very humble president and executive producer of Concerts with Causes. And welcome, Jason.
Thank you very much for having me.
This show is really going to be fun. It's really it's simply a show about musicians and the meaning behind their music. So it's as much for the guests and the viewers as it is for you, as the performers. I am not a friend of the camera, but I am delighted to be here. So what I'd like to do is first talk about our next 3 episodes, which will lead in a little bit while you're here. Our first three episodes are featuring performers who will be performing at our fundraiser event in April. Concerts with Causes has a music education fund, and it'll be our 3rd event coming up April 16th. Jason is going to be our MC and a performer during our reception, and I invited him to come on tonight as our first show. The next show we'll be having on as a guest the Asbury Brothers, and then the last show is one of the students. So these first 3 shows will be performers from that event. I really want to talk about you, Jason.
Okay.
I'm going to read your bio first.
Okay.
Jason Turek was born and raised in Southington, Connecticut, and currently resides in Vernon, Connecticut. He was a vocal performance major at the Greater Hartford Academy of the Performing Arts, who was a headliner in many community theater and acoustic productions. His current dream is to be a contestant on The Voice, which he currently received a call back for. In his spare time, Jason writes his own music and DJs in West Hartford. And if you ever want to hear him sing, awesome karaoke weekends and he's a DJ at the Butterfly.
Come see me at the Butterfly, yes.
Right. Well, I'd like to just share real quick the story how I met you. A friend of mine learned about Concerts with Causes and the Imagine It Fund and how much I love the song Imagine, and she sent me that video of you singing your rendition of Imagine, and I fell in love, and it was just like one of those, oh my gosh, I have to contact him.
Oh, thank you.
And it was right when you were on your way down to Philadelphia to audition for The Voice when we connected.
Yeah, you were Facebook messaging me, yep.
Right.
I remember.
You were down there and then came back and we reconnected about the show and told you about it, and you said you'd come on and help. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about, well, there's a few things I have questions about.
Sure.
I always like to know when you started. Musicians start. How old were they? What inspired you?
I definitely was into music when I was very young. When I was probably 4 years old, I used to watch Beauty and the Beast 17 times in a row. My parents, that's how they kept me quiet. But I think I really started falling in love with music when I was 8 to 10 years old.
Okay.
My first concert I ever went to was Jewel.
Okay.
I was a big fan of Jewel. I loved how her lyrics mostly, and also her story, where she kind of lived in a van for most of her life, and music got her to where she is. And then in middle school and high school, I was mostly in theater and a lot of acoustic shows, and I did go to the Hartford Academy of Performing Arts as well, and just really fell in love with it from there. Okay. It's a really good community to be involved in. It's really positive and uplifting, and you're surrounded by people who really care. So it's
the music community, you're saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's interesting. Our very first production as Concerts with Causes in 2011 was at the Academy. The Hartford stage was pretty neat.
Yeah, beautiful performance area too.
Yeah, it really, really is. You say your love songs are your specialty.
I don't know if it's my specialty, but it's I like pretty much any music that can make you feel something. And I think anytime somebody does a song at the piano or at the guitar, where it's just them and their voice, it's very stripped down and it really gets the essence of the music across. So that's what I typically prefer, because you can really hear their voice. I think a lot of music nowadays is overproduced, and I'd rather just hear a singer sing something with meaning.
So acoustic, too.
Yeah, acoustic is great.
You're a fan of acoustic, for sure. When did you start writing your own music?
On and off since I was younger. I mean, writing lyrics isn't easy. It's one of those things where you can write a song in 8 minutes or you can write a song in 2 months, but I think I've always liked to write, and it's an ongoing passion of mine that I keep developing. So,
what do you think is the hardest part of writing? Is it just come to you, or?
I find writing the music part easy. I find writing the lyrics harder.
Really?
Yes.
Now, I know you play the keyboard. You play what other instruments?
I also play a little bit of guitar as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are your goals? I know The Voice, being on The Voice, and
Yeah.
please tell us about what that was.
Well, I think The Voice was more of a childhood goal. I mean,
Okay.
if you ask my mom, we went and auditioned for Idol as well when I was 17 years old, I want to say. It was always my dream. I watched Kelly Clarkson win the first season of American Idol and fell in love from there. But I think now, more or less, just doing smaller events is what makes me the happiest. And really just getting to know people and performing for a small venue is just as important, I think, because you're able to touch that many people firsthand. I think a lot of famous musicians, they don't get to see the true reactions of their fans because there's so many of them, you know?
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
So you like the smaller, more intimate settings?
Yeah, I like to play bars once in a while, karaoke, of course.
Okay.
Music is my side passion right now, so it's just there on the side for me
For
whenever I need it.
fun,
Yeah.
But you're really, it's fantastic.
Thank you.
So if you got recorded and got more requests for performing, you'd be definitely happy.
Oh, I'm on board, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to have you on board for our event. And looking forward to a couple more songs for you to sing. How do we find you?
You can find me on Facebook,
Okay.
just my first and last name.
Okay.
That's the easiest way. I also have a few videos on YouTube, and I do have a SoundCloud channel as well.
Okay. So no website yet.
No website yet,
Okay.
to be determined.
Anything else you want to tell us about your music? How you feel about music, about your inspiration for writing?
I just think it's really important that people let music into their lives. I think there's been a lot of moments in my life where I've gone through a struggle or something. There's always been a song there. And I think that that's a really healthy way to deal with a struggle that you may be going through or a happy time even. So that's always my goal in music. I always said if I even inspire 3 people and they're touched by it, that makes me happy. So
Awesome.
okay.
Like I mentioned before, I took piano lessons when I was a kid, and I just didn't get it. 5 years, I just didn't get it. I heard you are self-taught.
I am, yes.
Can you tell me about that? And
Yeah, I did. In high school, I did a little bit of basic theory, but piano I just picked up from books and reading music, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
really, so now there's YouTube videos and all that.
Yeah.
But do you feel music? I know people that can just sit down and just play.
Not quite. I'm not one of those guys who can pluck a song off the radio and play it,
Okay.
but I often can hear a melody and kind of go right back to the piano and be able to plunk it out.
Really?
Yeah.
And guitar? You taught yourself
Not
guitar?
quite on guitar.
Okay.
I'm okay at guitar.
Okay, but you're learning on your
Yeah.
own.
Yep.
Okay.
I like playing the piano a lot more. I think we need more men to play pianos.
We have a teacher who is presenting students. I think she has 5 students that she's presenting at our event coming up. And she said that overall in her whole school, she has 15 boy piano students, which she said
Wow.
is unheard of. This
That's
is the
awesome.
first ever. So that's a good sign that more guys are getting into
Yeah.
the keyboards. I think it's a
I'm
standard.
a big fan. I feel like we have a lot of guitarists out there, but I love John Legend and all
Okay.
those guys who play the piano. Yeah, it's
Okay.
important.
Yeah, I love piano. My mission was to learn to play the harp, the actual harp thing. It's
beautiful.
I never learned. My grandfather said, learn to play the piano and we'll get you the harp, but I never got the harp.
Oh.
So, which means I never really
It's never
learned
too late
piano.
to start.
But I am going to start, and you're an inspiration. Thank
Thank
you
you.
again very much.
Yeah.
Well, our event in April, it's about children and giving more children an opportunity to pursue music. There always seems like they're cutting those programs in the schools. So
Yeah, it's sad. They
our
shouldn't be.
fund is hopefully going to get out there and help more and more kids in the program. Our little commercial break, which we're going to go to in I think in just a minute or two, talks about a little bit about the Music Education Fund, but more so about the Augusta Curtis Center.
Mm-hmm.
They have a fantastic summer music program there that kids can go and just play, try the different instruments and sing and really feel the music and hopefully be inspired. So we're all about that. So I love hearing what inspires musicians. I took piano lessons when I was a little kid, but I'm not a piano player.
No.
I just have a lot. My musical talent is appreciation. That's
Yeah,
what
of
I always,
course.
people ask all the time. Do you sing? Do you play? No. Appreciation. So I really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Um,
I appreciate you letting me be here.
What was the name of your first song that you sang for us?
That is called Luckiest Man.
Okay.
Yeah, simple. I like the simplicity behind a simple lyric.
Mm-hmm.
I think like I said before, a lot of things are overdone. So just something simple at the piano is my favorite.
Very, very pretty.
Yeah, thank you.
Very nice. You have 2 more for us?
Sure.
What are the names of those?
One is called Opening, and the
Okay.
other is called Trust.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure if we're ready to go for the PSA, our little public service announcement that we created here at WPAA. I'm very grateful to the studio. They've really embraced us, what we've been doing for the last 4 years, so thank you to them. And I guess we're going to go to that next, if that's okay. All right.
Tender moments and a good strong drink happen known to change the way you think. When
For more information, visit the Augusta Curtis Cultural Center in Meriden.
tender moments and a good strong drink happen known to change the way you think. When you wake up, you'll be in some pain, and I doubt.
This one is called Opening. I've given it all once before, been shut out since then. I locked myself out from that door, and I've tried to close myself to everything, but in time I feel my door opening. You make me feel alive, that's how I know I am gonna let me shine and let it go. I'm opening, I'm opening up to you.
up to you. I'm opening up to you.
Thank you very much. This last song is called Trust, and this song I wrote about a relationship where you kind of rush into it. It's like love at first sight. It's crazy good, and then you kind of fall off the boat a little bit. Oh, and this song is kind of about remembering that first feeling and that it is possible to find love again in your life. So this is called Trust, and I hope you guys like it.
Whatever it takes, I'll be right here, holding your hand, standing in front of your fears. The passion is vanishing in front of our eyes. Love lost in anguish, a heart in disguise. But if we believe in what we had found, we can suddenly turn this around. 'Cause love doesn't fade or get lost on a page or a stage. It's crazy how it can be saved. Do you believe in this? In the magic of our first kiss? The foundation is laid. We can't let this fade. Like a dream turning to dust. Here is my trust. Whatever it takes, I am still here, dancing with you, holding you near. The passion is prospering in front of our eyes. Love found in challenge, all odds defied. And since we believed in what we had found, we have suddenly turned this around. Our love is so brave and untamed. I'm so glad that you stayed. It's crazy how it has been saved. Do you believe in this? In the magic of our first kiss? The foundation is laid. We can't let this fade. Like a dream turning to dust. Here is my trust. Whatever it takes, I'm by your side. Hospital bed, our last goodbye. It's not the ending, It's about where we've been, and baby, I cannot wait to see you again. Do you believe in this? In the magic of our first kiss? The foundation is laid. We can't let this fade, like a dream turning to dust. Here is my trust. Here is my trust.